All right, let's get into some things today. We've still got a lot more to go. I don't know if you saw, but this is fucked up. Like, I believe that Trump sold his soul to the deep state, and now they're rewarding him with like his best press clippings ever. Like all that Marjorie Taylor Greene, Thomas Massey, Epstein stuff happened last week.
Right.
Poof, into the ether.
Nobody said anything. Nobody's done anything.
And honestly, YouTube's protecting it too. Like, we have 2 or 3 clips a week that go into the thousands, and then the rest usually bomb because I just pick a topic to clip that just didn't hit. It didn't catch the algorithm, whatever. That's why I put up 2 a day. I'm like, maybe one of them will hit. You put Epstein in the title, no matter what it is. Like, I've done videos on PBD or Rogan or this or that or Tim Pool, whatever, or Trump, and they'll go into the thousands, right? If I put those same people in the title and put Epstein with it,
nothing.
Some of them like fucking hang in the double digits for like a day. It's fucking weird, dude. But I think Trump sold his soul, and they're taking care of him now. Because this isn't the same guy. The latest poll numbers came out, and he hit his highest approval rating yet. And that makes no fucking sense. Because we had shitty jobs numbers again this past month. Remember he fired the jobs report lady last month because the numbers were bad? Well, the numbers came out this month and they were shit again. And we have like okay, inflation is slowed down. That's nice. Okay, so that part's good. But like, everyone's mad about the Epstein thing. Everyone's mad about foreign policy. Like, the tariffs have not yielded as many trade deals as we thought they would. I don't understand it. Like, I feel like his first term so far, way better than his second term.
Right, but we also didn't have as many problems to dig ourselves out of in the first one. But yeah, no, if I could go just off of the way things have gone so far, his first term's been remarkably meh. So like the highest approval numbers ever, like, I don't know.
Right, I don't think he has earned his highest approval ratings. A Daily Mail JL Partners poll had him sitting at 55%. Does it feel like 55% of the country likes him?
I know the MAGA people are very hardcore for him, but yeah, I feel like a lot of people that might, quote unquote, like him or voted for him that don't normally like him were for like things like the immigration issue. So maybe they're holding on for that.
Maybe. You may be right, but I just kind of feel like
it's a lie.
I feel like he's taking care of the powerful, and now they're taking care of him.
Yeah, it's balls washing balls.
As I look, well, and also they're cherry picking one poll.
Okay.
So like, here's CBS News has him at 44. Rasmussen, which is normally a pretty Republican-friendly poll, has him at 49. Economist at 44. RMG Research at 50. Then there's 42 from Yahoo, 55 from Daily Mail. You go with the Real Clear Politics, and now here's some Quinnipiac one has him at 37. I would believe anything from like 43 to 46 or 7.
45 doesn't sound unbelievable.
Right. So the Real Clear Politics average has them at 45.5%, disapprove at 51. But like 55%, that's either an outlier poll like that 37% one, or he's just taking care of everyone and they're taking care of him.
Or both are true.
Yeah. There was, oh my God. I think these guys that are part of the cover up on the Epstein thing and like protecting Trump on the Epstein thing, I think they got to start shutting the fuck up, because the more they try and defend him, it's like one of those, thou doth protest too much kind of things. It's like, you guys pulled off the cover up. We're never getting the Epstein stuff. Shut the fuck up and move on, I guess. Like, I'm saying,
right,
if I were on their side and I was telling them to be smart about the Epstein cover, like, I want all the Epstein stuff out. I just know I'm probably not getting it.
Nope.
But if I were advising them on what to do that would be best for them, never say the word Epstein again, ignore it, and move on with other shit. But now Speaker Johnson, Mike Johnson, he he threw out a theory that is so retarded that it makes me think that there's video of Trump having sex with children out there. Like, this is such a bad excuse. This is such a bad, look at trying to defend Trump on Epstein that it, if you would have just shut up, I would have went, well, it's a cover-up because he's in some of these Epstein files.
Yeah.
But this move that Mike Johnson pulled made me think that, there's videos and photos and shit that are in those files. Listen to how fucking awful this excuse is.
He's not saying that what Epstein did is a hoax. It's a terrible, unspeakable evil. He believes that himself.
No, he literally has said it's a hoax.
Right. The crime never happened, remember?
He said it's an Obama. Who are the three people? Obama, Hillary, and the FBI guy. Comey.
Comey.
He said it's a Comey, Hillary, Obama hoax. So, for Mike Johnson to go, he didn't say it's a hoax. No,
he did.
Literally said it's a hoax.
And he's not saying that what Epstein did is a hoax. It's a terrible, unspeakable evil. He believes that himself. When he first heard the rumor, he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. He was an FBI informant to try to take this stuff down. The president knows and has great sympathy for the women who have suffered these unspeakable harms. It's detestable to him. He and I have spoken about this as recently as 24 hours ago.
So the new talking point that we've never heard before and no one has ever uttered is that Trump was an informant for the FBI. And the reason if he's in those Epstein files at all, it's because he was informing and trying to take him down and end it. What?
Yeah, no. Guys, and remember, Watts is not at January 6th. He was de-escalating everything. He was de-escalating.
I mean, Ray Epps?
Ray Epps, yeah.
Yeah.
We got to go into the White House. I'm de-escalating.
Why can't these people, when they're covering shit up, just shut their mouths? By the way, this is what makes me not go full conspiracy theory on 9/11. Because I'm like, how were these dipshits keeping their mouth shut? I think 9/11, you had, where I've kind of settled on 9/11 is that Bush and company knew they had a foreign policy they wanted to engage in. I think Israel knew. I think they allowed it to happen. And I think they used it as the pretext to do all the fucked up shit they wanted to do.
I don't trust the Pentagon hit on 9/11.
I don't either. There's a lot of weirdness about that. Building 7,
Perfect corkscrew path to hit the spot on the outside where the accounting records were.
Where's all the videos? Where's the, it's Washington, D.C. near the Pentagon. There's surveillance videos on so many buildings. Why haven't we seen this plane hit the building?
Oh, the cameras were on.
All we've seen is that shitty parking booth video. Remember that? Where it totally looks like a missile at the Pentagon. That video we have where you see a bright flash of light and that's it. The one that totally looks like a missile hitting the fucking Pentagon.
Like someone fired a missile at the Pentagon to destroy records about an audit that was going down.
Right, and I was just going to say, didn't they hit the part of the Pentagon that was being renovated and was there weren't a lot of people in it, and it was keeping records and documents and shit like that? Yeah.
And they were being audited.
Fascinating.
We want to
stuff.
know where 2.3, was it billion or trillion? I think trillion.
I want to say trillion, yeah. They wouldn't.
Want to know where 2.3 trillion went? We were going to look through the numbers to figure that out.
They wouldn't.
Oh, shucks, we kept it all on paper. They burnt up.
They wouldn't bomb a building over 2 billion. It needs to start with a T, homie.
Okay.
But Mike Johnson doing this new line where Trump was an informant. He kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. Which one was it? Was he keeping the guy around so he could inform on him, or did he kick him out of Mar-a-Lago because he was disgusted with what he did? Which one is it? Is the Epstein thing a hoax, or does Trump have sympathy for the victims? Which one is it? You guys have to stop talking about this, because every time you open your stupid, dumb, Republican, white, pasty mouths, all I think is, wow, you guys were in on it too, and this is why we'll never get the Epstein list, is because there are no Democrats and Republicans. There are no Sunnis and Shiites. It's just haves and have-nots. There's only so many seats at the pedo table, Gunny. Now, are you in or are you out?
Well, I'm out. I ain't going in the pedo table. Jeez.
Yeah, that's pedo table. So, yeah, that would be funny. Bob Lee Swagger doesn't go I'm out, old man. I'm just a peckerwood in the hills who lives with too many guns. Instead, he goes, you either in or you're out. And Bob Lee Swagger drops his bravado and he goes, Jesus fucking Christ, pedo table. No, I'm going to leave. Actually, I'm going to leave now. Can that helicopter guy take me somewhere? Because
I'm so out.
Like, I'm really uncomfortable. I don't even want to be in your presence. Like, you're really fucking gross. Like, I thought before you were like evil, crooked, murderer, senator guy. I didn't know you were, dude. What the fuck? Can I find this guy's house you're talking about and leave his gas on?
Jesus.
It's fucked up, dude. Like, you've gone too far. Like, when I thought you were just murdering African villages, I was like, oil pipeline. I get it. I still don't like it, but whatever. But pedo table? Like, you guys are disgusting. Like, I'm getting the ick.
Holy Jesus.
I have watched my best friend be mowed down by helicopter 50 caliber bullets in front of me, and I'm far more grossed out right now. I watched an African bishop's head explode like a melon through a telescopic lens, and that didn't shake me up. You're a pervert, sir. A pervert. You're far worse than an evil, conglomerate, crooked senator. You're a perv. No, fucking cut. We're done making this movie.
I'm out. Nobody told me I was signing on for this.
Jesus. No, but this new, like, Trump is an informant angle that Mike Johnson's just dropping on us. It's like, I would call him if I were Trump, and I'd just be like, Mike, I don't need your help. Stop trying to help and stop going off script. And also, when he found out what Epstein was up to, he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. Bullshit. We have video evidence that he hung out with him after that.
Right.
We've seen it. It's literally on the news. Not only that, but if you're informing on a guy, you don't kick him out of Mar-a-Lago. That's like an informant finding out a guy sells crack and he goes, I stopped hanging out with him after he sold crack. The FBI would go, are you out of your fucking mind? We need you there.
Get back in there. Smoke some crack.
We need you to smoke crack. We can't smoke crack while we're undercover. You can smoke crack. So get in there and smoke some fucking crack. I found out that he's touching kids. I'm kicking him out of Mar-a-Lago. No, you watch him do that. What the fuck? So, like, these guys coming up with these new excuses out of nowhere every week only makes me think that there's more going on than we even thought.
Well, like you said earlier with the J.D. Vance thing, if they want to install J.D. Vance, they could literally, like, this horrible fucking setup is a great way for him to be like, hey, you know, like you guys, I got a lot of questions about what's happening around me here. Maybe if I'm in charge, we can get to the real answers and we'll bite on that bit again. Because wasn't part of the reason, I could have swore part of the reason we supported Donald Trump was the immigration stuff and then like the cracking down on SA crimes of human trafficking and things like that.
Right.
And a lot of us kind of just assumed, oh, so like the Epstein shit, because that's like hilltop example of said trafficking.
I just stop doing things that make me even more sure than I was before. Because I'm sure enough. I don't need to be any more sure. So stop. Random Bacon with $2 says, how can he have sympathy for the victims if it's a hoax? No shit. Please explain to me how you can have sympathy with the victims of a hoax. People are talking about Lex Wexner in the chat, saying Lex Wexner was part of Epstein's network, gave him all the money to play with. Lex Wexner, if you don't know, was the guy who was, I think he's most famous for being the CEO of Victoria's Secret.
Oh.